How you doing, guys? We're going to be doing some YouTube drama here, so for all you people not interested, please take off. Don't want to hear any bitching after the fact. You're complaining, whining about this shit. And for the rest of you who are interested in watching, well, strap in, laddies. It's gonna be a long slog. So, bullet bourbon. Goddamn, I need it. We're going to be talking about a certain individual who has been really fucking annoying lately. YouTuber by the name of Chris Peeters. Now, I have a feeling most people don't even fucking know who he is because he's very obscure. Very obscure YouTuber. Even more obscure than me, and I'm retired. Okay, for most you people who follow the Albino Rhino and our BDU chat, you'll probably notice that every once in a while we sort of rotate in new people. That's because the Rhino is a very personable, sociable kind of person. Well, he's compared to the rest of us fucking miscreants and rabble on the panel. Or the regulars, of course, the sort of inner circle. The star chamber, if you will, of BDU. Yeah, so he brings in new people every once in a while. We kind of decide if we like them and we get along with them, and then we make them a permanent kind of person on the thing. Whenever they want to come in, they can come in. So he did this with Chris Peeters months back. Chris Peeters' one appearance was a fucking disaster. More behind the scenes than in front of things, but he just sort of came off as a full of himself, fucking know-it-all, who is trying to pretend to be cool to try to fit in, I guess. And I can kind of understand that mentality, but it was getting a little fucking annoying. And then he went out and said something really stupid. He said that he didn't like white beers, wheat beers, wits, what have you, because brewers put bleach in them to make them white beers. Did that sink in? Do I have to repeat myself? He said he did not like white beers / wit beers / wheat beers because the brewers put bleach in them. Okay, so very dumb statement, very uneducated statement. This is sort of a theme with this man. He's not very bright. Okay, I'm just going to leave it right there. This is very much going to be a nasty attack video, by the way. So, because reasoning with this fucking joker has just gone out the fucking door. So I called him on that. I said, no, this bullshit. They don't put bleach in beer. What the fuck is wrong with you, basically? I wasn't that mean about it, but I was like, I corrected him. And he said, and I suspect because he was corrected publicly and live on the air, he backed down and said, well, a friend of mine told me this shit. Okay, we let it slide. BDU ended. And then in our little back channel we have on Facebook, we just sort of, decided, do we like this guy? Do we want him back? And it was pretty much a across the board unanimous no. And it wasn't so much because he was kind of dumb. It was, we kind of figured that he probably wouldn't stand up to the ribbing that we do. If you watch BDU, you know that we all rib each other on BDU. Okay? We're always fucking taking shots at each other. It's all in good fun. It's good-natured stuff. Some people don't seem to jive to that, and they don't last long. But for the most part, we just do that. I think maybe deep down we sort of had the feeling that he wouldn't be able to really stand that kind of pressure, and the stuff he was saying was just kind of inane and boring, and he wasn't much of a conversationalist, to be quite honest. So none of us really wanted to see him on the panel again. And so we decided, yeah, he's not coming back. He has to come back several times. Rhino ignored him. Rhino isn't sort of the be-all, end-all of deciding who chumps on the panel, by the way. It's more of a democratic vote to a certain degree. So that's where we left it. Although we did start watching his videos, and that's where things start going downhill very, very fast. We started watching his videos, and he's a terrible beer reviewer. Now, I'm not one to usually criticize people for how they review their beers, what style they do it in, unless it's like something like objectively annoying, like jump cuts every 3 seconds in a fucking video. I mean, I don't use the best cameras. I'm using my fucking... When I was doing beer reviews, I was using mostly my SD camera. And for a while there, I had HD camera videos because Guy was nice enough to hand me down his old HD camera for me to use for a while. And after, other than that, I was mostly using my laptop camera, like I'm using right now, web camera. So I'm not going to ever really criticize someone for that unless they get all uppity about it, right? So his videos are just kind of shitty. Decent enough camera, okay, but he has no sense of like lighting, no sense of setting up the camera properly to start with, no sense of editing at all, and he's just dumb. He doesn't know dick about beer. Now, it's fine if you don't know too much about beer and you come honestly by that, but he doesn't do that. He has this sort of attitude that comes through in his videos where he pretends he knows a lot more than he actually does. He's constantly getting styles wrong. He's constantly getting the facts about the beers wrong. He's constantly getting the names of the beers wrong. I'm honestly kind of surprised that he hasn't said in one of his videos about wheat beers that he's just gone back to that fact of, oh, they put bleach in them. I'm kind of surprised he hasn't gone back to that. His videos are also kind of annoying because he's got this 1-minute intro. Now, that's fine. If your intro's fine, it's fine, right? You can skip ahead. But his intro is just... It's one of those... I think it's like a Sony Vegas template or something like that. Probably something even cheaper than that. It says Chris Peeters' YouTube channel. As if he didn't fill in some of the templates properly. I just watch it. Watch one of his videos. Chris Peeters. Peeters with 2 P's. No, Peeters with 2 E's. Peeters. Chris Peeters on YouTube. Watch just one of his videos. Look at his intro. See what I'm saying. Okay? It's just laughable. Just some of the stuff he gets wrong in his actual intro. You think he would have edited it by now and made it better. But no, it's still the same fucking junky intro. So yeah, his videos are kind of garbage. And starting out, we didn't really go after him super serious. We tried to give him some helpful, constructive criticism. We were razzing him a little bit, but we weren't being mean about it at all. And he just took it the wrong way totally. He just felt like he was getting ganged up upon. He just became this passive-aggressive dick. Half the time, someone would leave a constructive comment, and he'd be just... And like Rhino would leave constructive comments to him. And Rhino is the nicer guy on BDU panel. Like, some of us are just straight-up dicks. I'm a straight-up dick. I fucking fully admit it. When I see stupid stuff, I say, that's fucking stupid. Rhino is much more political, I guess, in that regard, because, you know, he has a reputation to fucking uphold. He's got beer festivals to run and stuff like that. He's actually a name. He actually, you know, his name is connected to certain things, so he can't just be an outright dick everywhere. I can so be an outright dick, and I'm gonna be one in this video, like I said before. But we weren't doing that, really. We were being fairly nice. He just immediately started telling people to fuck off. When he wasn't ignoring your comments, or deleting your comments, or basically blocking or muting you. Okay, and that's what he was doing. So when he started doing that shit, that's when we decided, okay, gloves are off, we're gonna fuck with you. And that's what we started doing. We started fucking with him. There's some glorious fuckery, I think, still in some of his videos. If you look around, you'll see some comments. But yeah, we started doing that, and then he started doing what every little butthurt bitch who's ever had contact with BDU does. They go to Rhino and bitch about it. As if Rhino is our fucking handler. I don't know how many times I have to fucking say this. Tell fucking people. The albino rhino is not our dad. The albino rhino is not our guardian. The albino rhino does not tell us what to do. He's not our fucking boss. He just runs fucking BDU. He just runs a hangout for all of us collective assholes to hang out in. If you have a problem with someone on fucking BDU, go to that person with that problem, because the rhino don't give a fuck. He don't give two fucks about your problem, about your whining, about your bitching. Dr. Dave learned this. Jay Terrio learned this. A couple other people learned this. Let's not go into a big long litany of list of names. Don't need to do it. All I gotta say is fucking grow up. If you got a problem with someone personally, talk to that person personally. Don't fucking go behind their backs. Don't whine to Rhino. Don't cry about it. But that's what he did. And that just... Of course, Rhino shared this, because behind the scenes, you know, Rhino publicly, he's not going after people, but behind the scenes, he's sharing this shit and laughing because he's just like the rest of us. He gets a kick out of these fucking fools who do this stupid shit. So he shared it with us. Yeah. So there you go. And so that made us double our efforts, basically. And we started looking more into Chris Peeters. And that's when we discovered Damian Chris Peeters, his other persona. A total flip of the switch, if you will. Almost like a dual personality kind of thing, where he is a part of this little group called the Entrepreneur Power Hour. Now, what this is a sort of a video podcast thing that they generally do. It's sort of a, well, I'm not going to outright publicly say it's a pyramid scheme, because to do that would probably bring the full legal weight of the Entrepreneur Power Hour down upon me, but it's very much like a pyramid scheme. At least it seems like one. He's hooked up with this guy called Kareem, who looks like this Svengali motherfucker. He looks like the only guy in this group that actually makes any money. And basically what it is this sort of low-level marketing, self-help book selling kind of thing. Chris Peeters has this whole big fucking one shelf worth of books that he's constantly talking about on the Entrepreneur Power Hour YouTube page, showing off. Although he freely admits he doesn't read, he hasn't read like 90% of them. Maybe even more than that, like more like 99% of them he hasn't read. Fucking joke, man. Fucking joke. This thing just looks like a pyramid scheme. It looks like no one in it's making any money. It's one of those things where you got to pay money to, I assume, this Kareem guy. You got to pay money to him, and then fucking he gives you books, teaches you lessons, courses, fucking things you have to follow. And it's all a bunch of gobbledygook. It's all this meaningless babble. You watch any of their fucking chats for like a couple minutes, and you just see this constant repeating of just dumb nonsense. A lot of big words that I'm pretty sure Chris doesn't really know. Most of them, I don't think he knows them at all. And yeah, it's really sad. It's really sad. It seems like these desperate people, almost some of these people that have just been sucked into this thing. And of course, you know how pyramid schemes work, where the top guy is making all the money, and for anyone below him to make money, they have to get other people below them to give them money. And yeah, I don't think it's working out too well for Mr. Peeters, because he wears the same goddamn dress shirt in every one of his fucking videos for this Power Hour thing, and he's still got the shitty production values for his videos, and he just acts really weird. Just talks in this weird language, uses all these buzzwords, all these rehearsed sayings and phrases, and he puts on this really creepy fucking smile. Anyone remember the smile Arnold Schwarzenegger does in Terminator 2, where Edward Furlong's trying to teach him how to smile, and when he does, it just comes off very unnatural and creepy. Yeah, this is Chris Peeters smiling for this fucking thing. I'll post a picture right here. There you go. See that? You see that? That's fucking crazy eyes. But anyway, this is a fucking big joke. And of course, we really jumped on him for this. We started going after him in these videos. And, man, he really became passive-aggressive and bitchy. Super, he just upped it, like, full power. Like, over 9,000 or some bullshit, you know? Like, he just fucking went nuts. Constantly talking about us in his videos, although he won't, you know, name us by name, but constantly passive-aggressive attacks against us, and constantly it seemed like he's trying to reaffirm himself that he's not a fucking loser, although we constantly point out what a fucking loser this guy is. And of course this leads to more private messages to Rhino. Just more this crying bullshit. I mean, he can just outright block us if he wants. They can just outright block our accounts, and we won't be able to fucking post anything. But he doesn't do that. He just mutes some of us. He'll delete videos that we leave comments under and downvote. And we just do it to fuck with him. I mean, downvotes don't really mean shit. Especially not for his channel, because his channel doesn't get any fucking traffic. So, yeah, we'll just downvote his stuff to fuck with him. We'll leave comments to fuck with him. He'll delete these videos and re-upload them to sort of erase the downvoting and comment history. When he could really just delete the comments and turn off the voting altogether, or block us, mute us, whatever. But he doesn't choose to do that, so that's kind of sad. I'm one of the guys he sort of he sort of targets now. I guess I'm one of the key guys that he thinks is going after him a lot. Although I don't really do. I think a couple other people on BDU have gone after him a lot more than I have. But he actually left comments in some of my videos after the fact, after this, like about a week ago or so. I did not know this because he has me either like muted or blocked or something, so his comments don't show up in my notifications. So I was just sort of scrolling down through my comments on my sort of inbox or whatever for YouTube, and I discovered them like through like a week's worth of comments. I discovered a couple of them there, and I'll just go into these right now. We'll talk about some things here, some criticisms of me. So, you know, fair play. We throw criticisms at him, he throws some back at me, and we can discuss these like adults. So on my video for Hoagley Duo Beer Review, Original 16 Canadian Pale Ale. Okay, and this is a video, by the way, full disclosure, I'm totally shit-faced on this video. I'm an absolute disgrace. Nothing I say on that video should be necessarily taken too seriously. My brother is half in the bag as well. It's just a shit show. It really is. It's so much a beer review as it's just kind of a shitty drunken ramble. Fully admit that. But anyway, one of the parts of the conversation I was having with my brother in that video is that he looks like he's 12 years old. That's why he always gets ID'd at the liquor store. He shot back that I look like I'm 40. And so here's his first comment. Yeah, he does look 40 because he's so negative and toxic. Therefore, his body ages faster. Okay, dude. I'm close to 40 now. I'm a year and a half away from it, or so. So, there you go. Look at me. When that video was shot was 2011, I believe. So, I was a little bit younger then. Approaching mid-30s kind of thing. All modesty aside, I don't think I really look 40. And I mean, what do you guys think? Do I look like I'm 40? I think I look close to 40, which is true. I am close to 40, but I don't think I look 40. I mean, I still get ID'd once in a while. And the rule is if you look anywhere 25 or under, they can legally ID you. Yeah, maybe they generally do try to do that so they don't get hit with mystery shoppers and stuff like that at the liquor store. So, anyway, I find it kind of funny, Chris. You go after my looks, how I look. Really, man, you shouldn't be throwing fucking stones in glass houses. That's all I gotta say, dude. You look like a fucking cave troll, motherfucker. You look like something that a mob would drive out of town with fucking pitchforks and torches. So, don't be fucking thinking you're gonna attack my fucking looks and get away with it, motherfucker. You're every much bit the ugly motherfucker I am. I ain't winning any beauty contests. I fully admit that. But you, dude, you look like you're right out of that fucking movie Troll Hunter from a couple years back. You look like one of those big fucking trolls. So, fucking shut up. You got no fucking place to fucking talk about looks at all, you fucking frumpy fucking Billy Goat Gruff fucking looking motherfucker. Fuck you. Then he says, Jesus, you are fucking drunk. Wow. Idiocy in all its glory. There we go. Well, that's great. Whatever. Meaningless comments. They don't have any real context. That's awesome. Next video. Hoagly Beer Review. Colt 45 Malt Liquor. He says, ha ha ha, king of beer tube, in quotations. Yeah, inherited your grandmother's trailer, and you're a bag boy at a fucking grocery store, but yes, you're way more successful than I am. Yeah, sure, I bought my house, buddy. What do you have? Okay, I don't recall ever saying I was more successful than Chris Peeters, first off. So I don't know where he gets that from. Secondly, king of beer tube. How many motherfuckers do not know by now that this is basically a joke? Someone called me King of Beer Tube long ago, and it kind of stuck as a sarcastic, ironic joke, and that's all it's ever been. I'm not King of Beer Tube. When I claim it, I'm being a fucking sarcastic, idiotic idiot. I'm making fun of myself because I'm far from king of anything. I guess you don't get sarcasm and you don't get jokes. That's fine. It's fine. You're kind of a personality deficient anyway, so I can see why you might not get those things. Inherited my grandmother's trailer. I don't live in a trailer, dude. I'm sorry. You must have got your information from Sherlock and Watson there, Dr. Dave and the Red Rooster, did ya? Is that where you got your secondhand information? Because I don't live in a trailer, motherfucker. Just because I happen to shoot out in the backyard with that shitty old cottage we have in our back lot doesn't mean I live in a fucking trailer, dude. I hate to break it to you. I actually live in a fucking house. I actually pay fucking rent. Sure, I don't own a house. I will own this house at some point, but I don't own it right now. That's fine. But, I mean, I find it kind of funny that your little entrepreneur power hour thing, when you're doing your little kumbaya dick-hugging fucking chats with each other, you're talking all these buzzwords about positivity and success and growing and learning how to be better at business and all this bullshit, all this meaningless bullshit, and you try to make it more about, oh, we're not so much about making money and be, driving fucking cars and all this shit. It's not so much about that as it is being a success and making a difference in the world. But here you are just throwing this materialistic base fucking what's your worth in dollars shit at me. What properties do I own? Garbage like that. Fuck you. Fuck you, you sad fucking joke. Okay? Yeah, I work at a fucking grocery store, okay? Yeah, I don't make loads of fucking money. I make more than enough money than I need. I don't have a lot of bills. I don't have a lot of debts. Actually, I don't have any debts. I'm a very frugal person in the first place. I don't have any need for big fancy stereos, big fancy cars, big fancy computers. I don't need a fucking vacation to the Bahamas. I don't need to own a fucking house, honestly. I don't care about that stuff. And I mean, if you care about that stuff, that's fine, but I don't I don't really sort of set people's self-worth or their value on what they own, what property they own, how much money they make. It's kind of silly. And we'll get more into that right now, because you call me a bag boy at a fucking grocery store. Full disclosure, yeah, I work at a fucking grocery store. I'm not a bag boy, though. I work in a fucking warehouse. I don't do the little menial bag boy job. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's fine if you're a bag boy at a grocery store. It's fine. A job's a fucking job. But, you know, it's just a job. It's manual labor. It's fairly easy work. For me, anyway, because I'm not a lazy fuck. It's fairly stress-free for the most part, and yeah, it's good for me for right now. I don't plan on being a big fucking business success anyway. I don't give a fuck about that shit. It's just sad that that's basically what you've broken this down to. That's the base level you're at for this. I mean, let's look at your fucking resume if you want to do that. If you want to really do a pissing contest there, Chris, let's look at your LinkedIn, which I have right here. You stupid motherfucker. Let's just pull this up. So, LinkedIn says that your previous job from April 2010 to December 2010 was you were a journeyman, quote unquote journeyman, cleaned the school, classrooms, bathrooms, etc. Okay, that is, I think the official title for that would be probably custodian, janitor, something along those lines. Again, nothing wrong with that job. I'm not shitting on that profession. It's work. It can be hard work too. It's work. But not exactly any high fucking level above what I'm doing right now. Let's look at job number 2. Currently, you are a courier and network marketer, life coach, and content marketeer for the Entrepreneur Power Hour. June 2010 to present. So you've been doing this while you've been doing this other shit on the side to make money. First off. And courier. What is courier? What is courier, Chris Peeters? What the fuck is courier? That is glorified fucking paperboy. I don't care how you want to fucking try to spin that. That is glorified fucking paperboy. And again, it's a job. I'm not going to shit on you for it, but if you're going to fucking play this sort of apples and oranges bullshit where you're saying your jobs are so much better than mine, yeah, I got to call you on that shit, motherfucker. You're a fucking sad fucking piece of shit if you think that matters. First off, courier, fine, great. But look at all these other bullshit titles you put in your fucking description for this current job. And by the way, if you look at his fucking LinkedIn, worst grammar and spelling I've ever seen from this supposed professional class kind of employed individual, as Chris Peeters seems to think he is. This puffed up chest motherfucker. Content marketer, whatever, I don't know what the fuck that means. It sounds like a bullshit thing you made up that probably came from the Entrepreneur Power Hour and all their bullshit fucking words. Video creation specialist. This is the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen today, at least. Video creation specialist. Video creation specialist. Chris Peeters, pull your fucking head out of your ass. Your videos are garbage. You have a decent camera and that's all you have. Your videos look like shit, whether it be your fucking stupid ass fucking YouTube beer reviews or your stupid ass fucking YouTube Entrepreneur Power Hour. Terrible lighting, terrible sets, terrible content. Your videos are shit. And this sort of proves out in the fact that you get no fucking views. You get like between 10 to 40 some views on most of your fucking videos. That is dick all. Sorry, it's dick all. And there's plenty of people who make way better videos, way better produced videos as well, that get dick all for views, by the way. Just so you know. Some of your videos on your Entrepreneur Power Hour, which is funny, every once in a while you see the odd one that gets like 2,000 views. Obviously shilled out in some way to somebody. Either they bought views or they just put themselves through some sort of service that sort of inflates their views. Even then they only get like 2,000 views at the most, which again is dick all on YouTube. I'm sorry, it is. Unless you're getting like tens or hundreds of thousands of views on your fucking videos, no one gives a fuck. Sorry, no one gives a fuck. It's not earning you any goddamn YouTube revenue. Fucking, I defy you to fucking prove me wrong on that one. I've been on fucking YouTube for years. I know what fucking makes money and doesn't make money on fucking YouTube. And if I was interested in making fucking money on YouTube, I could make a lot of fucking money on YouTube, but I don't do that shit. I just do YouTube for fun and my own personal enjoyment. So, yeah, you can just shove that shit right up your fucking ass, dude. You're not a video creation specialist. You're just a fucking sad fucking retard. Okay? Also, you're a podcaster on the Entrepreneur Power Hour and co-host of Zoom video conferences for the Pay Me What I'm Worth thing. Okay, well, I'm a podcaster too. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Pay Me What I'm Worth? Seems to be working out for you, Chris. Because it looks like you're getting paid jack shit for this stuff. And that's about what you're worth, motherfucker. Life coach? Life coach? Maybe you're a live couch sitting on your fucking ass and other people sitting on top of you using you for propping themselves up like your buddy Kareem there. That's about as close as a couch you are. You're definitely not a coach. And yeah, dude, this is just sad. This fucking resume, it's fucking sad. You are the guy who claims you have 167 IQ. You said this to Rhino in a private thing, that you have 167 IQ. You're smarter than the rest of us. All of us people being negative and trying to pull you down. Taking a fucking Facebook quiz to determine your IQ does not actually determine your IQ, dude. I just want to let you know that. I just want you to realize that. Nothing you do or say, none of the actions you take make you look like a person who has the IQ of 167. It's good bourbon. So yeah, in conclusion, man, I'm fucking done with you. I just want to put all this shit out there for other people to see. Honestly, not really interested in like educating other people about you who didn't know about you in the first place. I don't really give a fuck about that stuff. I just put this out here for you to see because I know you got me sort of muted and blocked and shit. And it's just amusing to the rest of us in our little group who are constantly making fun of you. We're just, you know, for a few more laughs, motherfucker. You got a problem with it, you can always make a video back about me. But until then, Chris, I guess fuck you. You're a fucking joke. You take yourself way too seriously. You need to fucking maybe get your head screwed on straight a little bit. Maybe get out of your little fucking circle jerk pyramid scheme cult that you got going on. Just basically take your fucking head out of your ass. Maybe listen to some other people once in a while. Maybe you wouldn't come off as such a fucking douchebag. But until then, if you have any grievances with me, please don't go to Rhino. Just come to me, motherfucker. I mean, if you really want, I'll see you at SummerSlam. Or some shit, right? But until then, fuck you, you little worm.